Good morning once again, everybody. Welcome to another track guide video coming live from Dragon Trail here in the EU, wherever the fuck it is. No idea where it is. Surface temperature, I'm pretty sure it's 18 degrees, or if not, it's the ambient air, which is what I was struggling to say during the Deep Forest video, but it's all good now. No surface water. But guys, here we are at Dragon Trail. This is going to be a very, very fun lap. For those of you who don't know, there's a lot of these conversations that appear, but for those of you who don't know, Dragon Trail during Gran Turismo Sport was basically my my pretty much test track. I used to love doing laps around here. There was plenty of times where I did laps around here, and really enjoyed it. So this is a whole new different car though to what I did last time, a whole new different setup and whatever else, but we're going to get straight into it very shortly. This is the C-side version of Dragon Trail. There are 4 configurations of this track. One of them is in reverse, so this is the normal Gran Turismo tournament layout of the track, and then you do it in reverse, and then there's also a whole different configuration to this circuit where none of the corners basically in this layout is in the other side of the other configuration of the circuit. So this one's a little bit more open, a little bit more fun, a little bit more fast. The other one's sort of a little bit of a pain in the ass. Guys, I am Splashy, coming live from Dragon Trail. Also, I could be also named as Shane. That is my legal name, but it's Splashy. For those of you who don't know. Again, another one of those situations. Guys, here we go. We're going to get stuck straight into it. Again, just to let you know, I don't know any of the corner names, whether or not this is actually a real life track or not. I am not too sure. Never actually really seen it, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. So if there are corner names that I'm not pronouncing or not saying, and you guys are like, hang on, why is he not saying them? It's just that I don't know the track name, or I know the track name, but just don't know the corner names. So we're gonna get stuck into it straight away. Here we go. Oh yeah, and as always, guys, soft tires, no change at all to the setup. I better just like clarify this every time when I do this, but yeah, there's no change to the setup. I think I've earned you guys' trust by now to know that I haven't done anything. The only thing that would ever change is the gear ratio, which I have only done twice, which was the Nürburgring Nordschleife 24 configuration, and changing it back when the last video on Deep Forest was done. So guys, here we go. Let's get stuck into it as we come up to the final corner in second gear. This corner is so much fun, and it is very critical to start your lap and to get a good lap time around here. So coming up to the start finish line now, heading into turn 1. It's just a little kink right, but you'll want to turn in nice and early, probably around the 150 meter board, and then there's a ripple strip just to the right there. That's your braking marker. A little bit of understeer there, heading out of the corners 2 and 3. As we come up now to a very fast kink right, just a little lift off the accelerator, back on now, full throttle, hit the ripple strip on the outside, and then down to second gear. The corner we go now, up to second. I don't really want to push this too early, but it seems like I am. I've been so used to doing some massive hot laps around here that going slow would just feel weird. So, gonna quick S-bends there, the left, right, left again, as we come now down the hill into 6th gear. 150 meters, hard on the brakes, down in the second. The apex on the right hand side, and you want to drag the car all the way out to the left. Now this is where it gets fun. Full throttle now through the first chicane, coming up now to the second chicane. Just a little lift off the brake onto the brakes, Whoa, God, there we go. Nailed it well. So we're just going to slow down so we know we don't get a decent lap time here. It's going to be awkwardly frustrating when I go for this hot lap and find out that I'm a couple of tenths off. But it's going to happen to that section anyway. The first part of the lap is going to be absolutely flying, and the second half of the lap is going to not really be. So the way I swayed just then across the road, this is pretty much what you'll want to do. It optimizes your time. You don't want to be doing it too roughly though, as well, because if you do it too suddenly, and what I mean by too roughly is that if you turn too suddenly, you will lose a couple of tenths as we head out of turns 2 and 3. Up to now turn 4, into 4th gear, stay in 4th, and then down into 2nd gear for this slow right-hander. I think I'm pretty sure that's one of the slowest, one of the slowest corners on the circuit. Up to 3rd now. We go past the 1st sector. Now coming through here, the left, right, left. We're basically 3rd gear. And then depending on your gear ratio, you want to hit 4th just before this ripple strip, and you want to stay as square as you possibly can. The wider you go, obviously, the slower your entry speed and time will be affected if you go a little bit more wider heading into each of those corners. So you want to try and stay in the middle of the road there going through that section, as this part here can be very tricky sometimes, coming out of the right-hander, slow right-hander. Can be quite deceiving sometimes. We go through the bus stop chicane, take it all the way out to the wall. There we go, as we hit the wall. Bit of fun, can't complain. This would be full throttle, 6th gear roughly, and then in between like the 150 and 100 meter board, that's where you want to be slowing down. Late apex, as you can see, as we get on the power up to the ripple strip. Nicely done there. So you hit this on the inside, take it all the way out past the wall Nelly, and then you want to just slowly cut back into the left hand side so you can have a better, cleaner and more squarer run through this first corner. Off the gas now in the 2nd gear. Carry a bit of speed in here, but this one here is a little bit tricky. Understeer central and oversteer central right there. Depending on if you got your car balanced right and correctly, your setup could be crucial through that section there. As we come down now into the end of the 1st sector. So what I mean, guys, the last time we came through here, I will demonstrate on the optimal line through here. So 3rd gear, as we, that's pretty much what you want to try and aim for, is that at pace. Obviously we're going to give it a go on our hot lap, which will probably be around lap 5 roughly, or lap 6, depending on the depending on how slow we're planning on going for these first couple of banker laps. So we will pick up the pace very shortly, probably around lap 4 we'll start picking up the pace as we head through the bus stop chicane once again. The little lift, you want to turn in nice and early, but be careful of that the entry wall, sorry, to the left. You can hit that, and if you do hit that, you're aiming straight for the exit wall on the other side, which will obviously kill the lap and kill your momentum going through that part of the circuit. As we go a little bit wide heading out of the last corner. Up now, we'll just pick it up just a little bit now, about 3/4 throttle, as we head down into the 1st corner, down in the 2nd gear, trail brake nice and easy. I'll take that 1st corner a little bit wide so you have a better, squarer exit and entry into turn 3 there. As we come off, lift off a bit. The ripple strip on the inside. Once you hit that ripple strip on the outside, you want to start slowing down. Turn in nice and early for that slow hairpin corner there. Up to 3rd now. 3/4 throttle now. 1st sector done. In 3rd gear. You can probably stay in 4th actually. You want to turn these corners nice and easy. That's the way we were looking for when we do our hot lap in a couple of laps time as we head now down the hill. Second gear. So the closer you can stay to the inside of that corner there, and the more you can get on the power, the more quicker your lap time will be through there as we go through the bus stop chicane once again. Nice, only half throttle now as we hit the wall on the outside. Just a light touch. And here we go with the time tumbling down now. In our braking zone. You could possibly hit third gear through here as well, depending. Now we will somewhat try and stay on a consistent 3/4 to nearly full power. We will end up doing the hot lap after this lap. So another talkative lap here as we head down now into turn 2 and 3. Want to be nice and easy. Understeer will be a very, very kind of crucial thing through there. You will eventually understeer with the default setup, that is. So if you guys are running setups, you probably won't have this issue at all. But with the default setup, if you guys don't have the time or whatever, don't have the patience to do a setup, that's completely fine. It's completely up to you and what you just want to do. But with a setup, it will make life a little bit easier. As you will gain a bit of time through there. We head up the hill now, up to 5th gear. We now go down the hill, over the crest. We're just going to coast a little bit. Exit out of here. Up to the bus stop chicane now, into 5th gear. As close as you can to that inside wall. You want to drag the car out as much as you can as we jump over the ripple strips and head underneath 2 tunnels as we head up to the last corner. And guys, that is going to be all for me talking right now. For now, I'm going to shut up so you can enjoy the sights and the beautiful scenery around here, and especially the sound of Dragontrol. We're going to do one more lap, guys. And that's why we only do one hot lap. Oh my god, well we weren't going, that wasn't the best second lap in the world, but it almost worked off. As you can see, you turn in too early and you will hit that inside wall and it just ruins your lap, absolutely ruins your lap. You can't help it, it's just one of those things unfortunately. But a 136.9, not too bad. There were a couple of times where I was a little hesitant with some things. We did go wide a couple of times as well. The first quarter of the first hot lap wasn't too bad. It felt really good. It was turns 2 and 3 that sort of screwed me up a little bit, which just outbroke myself just that slightest bit. As you can see, there was just a bit of understeer heading out of turn 2, which sort of caused understeer in turn 3, which took me all the way up past nearly past the ripple strip, and but we managed to gather it up quite well. But other than that, it was a pretty solid lap. There really wasn't that much more errors that I ended up doing, which was good on my behalf. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Consistency is a massive key around this place, with especially this section of the circuit. With you wheel players, it does take a toll if you oversteer. If you oversteer the corner, but not the oversteer is what you think if you're losing traction in the rear end. It's when you oversteer like this. So it's a massive understeer, but you're oversteering your wheel just to turn the corners. So there were a couple of times where I actually did that, which was unfortunate, but still managed to get a 136.98, basically a 137, which wasn't too bad. Going through there was so sketchy too, as you've just seen, jumping up on two wheels. That's just all setup wise. So if you put raise the ride height up a little bit, maybe soften the suspension a little more, it might work out well for you through that section of track. But guys, that was pretty much it. 15 minutes. I didn't want to sort of just do a couple of laps and then do a hot lap, because the video would have only went for like 8 minutes or whatever. So I was kind of stretched it out with that second hot lap, which didn't end up being a hot lap. But I hope you enjoyed it though. Dragon Trail, guys, it's a very, very fun track to do. As I said before, this was my test track for Gran Turismo Sport. It was so fun, and it still is very fun now. But managingly enough, we couldn't really get the perfect lap, as some would try and say. Getting the perfect lap around some circuits on this game, or even in real life, is just extremely hard. Bathurst being one of them, I was very surprised that I managed to get the time I did. And if you guys haven't seen it, make sure you go back into the archives and have a look at the Bathurst run that I did earlier in the year. And we'll also show all the other tracks that I've done too. If you guys don't feel like going back through, there is a playlist of all the tracks that I have done, so hit up the playlist section and see all the tracks that I have completed and have done. And that also helps with the comment section too, with what track to do next and whatever else. So please hit up the comment section on the track that you would like to see me do next. As I said in the last one with Deep Forest, that there is a couple of configurations with certain circuits that I could just single out and do by myself, especially like the Nürburgring Nordschleife. There's two configurations to that, where it's just the GP circuit or it's the actual Nordschleife itself. I've done the one where it's both of them, so that could be a possibility in the near future. If there's any other circuit apart from that you want me to see, please do hit up that comment section. Make sure you subscribe for more content. As I said in the previous video, that there is going to be a lot more content coming up on the channel in the next couple of days and even week. And as always, the celebratory burnout. As we mistakenly went in third gear there. And we hit the wall. So, bit of fun at the end of each video, bit of a celebratory burnout, just to end it right there, as we're trying to get the perfect burnout happening as I let go of the wheel. Is the wheel going to be a dick today? Let's see if the wheel will be a dick today. Let's head up to the start line, which seems to be a common theme that we end up doing. We're going to find out which side we're actually on, for one. I just thought too, we could also start doing some, it's on this side. We could probably do like practice starts, so you guys have a good idea on how to get off the line quite quicker as well. That just came to me. There goes the wheel. So, to get an, shut up wheel. To get an optimum start on this one, so we're on the slower part of the circuit, which is the one with no grip. This is going to be a new thing now. So first gear, about 3/4 rev. That's not a bad start. Not a bad start at all. Less wheel spin, not that much wheel spin there. It probably could have shifted the second a little later, because it was a little too early with the gear shift, but that's alright. But guys, thank you very much for coming in again today and having a look at Dragon Trial, whatever the fuck name is, I can't even remember it. 136.9. So please do, if you did like the content that you've seen today, please hit up that like button and subscribe for more content. Hit up the comment section too on a track that you want to see me do in the next couple of days or in the near future at some point. And guys, have a lovely afternoon wherever you are in the world, or morning or night or wherever, yeah, wherever. And guys, I will see you all in the next video.